As Legends Week continues, we eagerly anticipate tomorrow's release of the deep dive into Legend of the Veil. But there's actually already a fair bit we know about the voyage from released articles, released media, and the preview event. So in this video we're going to be going over everything we currently know about the new Legend of the Veil voyage ahead of tomorrow's reveal. So then, let's first go over what's been happening recently within the Sea of Thieves before we actually dive into all of this. Recently, Rare have introduced adventures, the first of which being Shrouded Islands and the second being Forts of the Forgotten. These two adventures are tying into a bigger, overarching narrative within the Sea of Thieves, as after an incredibly long period of time, Flameheart is mobilising his forces, and all parties within the Sea of Thieves are closing in on a clash. The Sea of Thieves is about to be at war. Adventure 3, The Shrouded Deep, which we're going to save for an entirely different video because they're quite literally going to be giving away the Shrouded Ghost Hunter title, more on that soon, will be released in a couple weeks' time. Legend of the Veil will be a replayable Pirate Legend exclusive voyage, introducing new mechanics, features, and a lot of new assets and characters. Think of it as the finale of a Tall Tales set, but with loot. That's the scale that the Legend of the Veil appears to be on. They're really going all out. The story of the Legend of the Veil will be the sequel to the Shrouded Deep, Adventure 3, with Pirate Legends directly responsible for that portion of the story. How this will exactly work, we don't know. However, this voyage will always be in-game. Lore-wise, this isn't a problem. Tall Tales are story arcs that will always be in the game. But in terms of linking it in with those players who weren't able to do it, who aren't Pirate Legends, who knows? Perhaps it'll be a similar deal to Pendragon in Captains of the Damned, where he mentions, "It was pirates like these that helped me when I lost my crew, and my hope along with them." So it may well be a situation like, this happened and now this is happening, almost as if those non-Pirate Legend players are not involved in the voyage story-wise if we were looking at this as if it was a film. The next thing we're going to go over is the new Pirate Legend weapons that people have been eagerly awaiting. Now, a fair bit ago now, they released this image. Now, this shows the legendary Fortune weapons, the new Pirate Legend weapons, as if you didn't know, because the arena closed and the commendations to get the Pirate Legend weapons were in the arena, they've had to remove them for those who didn't achieve those commendations. So these are going to be the new weapons. It's got purple and green highlights, sort of cyan colour. It doesn't look too different apart from obviously the colours because they completely just reskin them. But now there's going to be 3 different sets of Pirate Legend weapons, so that's interesting. But they do look pretty nice overall. I'm bigger a fan than the original ones. On their website, there are 3 major things that they've shown about the Legend of the Veil currently. The first of which being more map types. They say, decipher new kinds of treasure map as you hunt for the lost Veil stones. Some have you seeking an island based on an image, others ask you to figure out which clue is a lie. Now this, at first, sounds interesting, new map types. It's something that in a conventional Gold Hoarder voyage, would be cool. But for a cinematic experience, am I going to be wanting to look at a map and trying to dig I just, for putting in this hypothetical tall tale that is not really one but is, more maps, they just seem really out of place when they have all these other cinematic elements. The second thing they say is, this voyage will take you through haunted islands, shipwreck graveyards, and ancient memories into a climactic pitched battle against a ghost garrison emerging from the depths. This we sort of already know, and it's been vaguely released footage of, so that's nothing too new, but it just reiterates how many new assets we're surely going to be getting. We do have footage of them, as I say, so we'll take a look at that in a second. And the final thing, which some of you may not know, is the maximum rank with the Athena's Fortune Trading Company will be raised from 20 to 30. New cosmetics, commendations, and achievements can then be earned. So we're getting another raise. I mean, there's not much to say about that, but that's going to be extremely grindy. They're going to have to introduce some new type of loot or new multiplier or something like that. But as I say, we can assume that the new legendary weapons will be subject to the Legend of the Veil commendations and achievements. I really hope there's other new cosmetics, and I wonder what the title's going to be, because currently we have Guardian of Athena's Fortune, and then it goes to Champion of Athena's Fortune. Could we finally be getting Legend of Athena's Fortune? I mean, maybe we'll see it happen. I hope we do see it happen. So then, that wraps up everything that they've officially said. Now to take a look at the footage. The first and most exciting piece that we have is a picture of what appears to be the battle against the Ghost Garrison they were talking about. We have a haunted fort that looks like it's in the wild as it's quite wrecked, however it could be completely new as I don't recognise that layout of one. It does look very different. There is ghost ships all around with new emblems, and we see a absolutely giant tornado. Whoa, this tornado, I hope it's not just a cloud, I hope that it is something to do with weather, but more fights like the Davy Jones fight at the end of a pirate's life, absolutely loving it. So the next thing we can see and know of is Shipwreck Graveyards. My only assumption what this could be is shipwrecks all over the place, a massive site on the seabed in water filled with loads of shipwrecks. It's an original idea, they've never been done before, as we've only ever seen solo shipwrecks, so it's almost amazing no one's ever thought of it sooner to do something like this. It should be really cool. I cannot wait to just delve into the depths and see these ginormous shipwrecks. To the extent that they'll be, who knows, but I hope they're a decent size, maybe as big as a shrine location or a treasury location from the Sunken Kingdom. The next thing we see is Belle standing next to what appears to be an ancient memory with her own version of the Ferryman's Lantern. This is interesting as it means that Belle is also going to be in this pirate legend voyage. Honestly, she's just come to the Sea of Thieves and she wants to be a part of literally everything. We can see a pirate here holding the Ferryman's Lantern as well, so it looks like we're going to be getting that back. Honestly, I really hope we're going to be able to get it as an item at some point because it is a really sick looking cosmetic. Okay then, so the next thing we see is Suds. That's right, Suds is returning and he's going to be as an actual NPC. Now this raises questions, how is Suds going to get there? Is he permanently moving there? Who's going to be looking after North Star Seapost? Because he's a NPC for Stars of a Thief, and it's not like he's just going to sail there to the island, because he's not a ghost, he can't teleport or anything like that. Minor details, but it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. It also appears like it's on Marauder's Arch or something, or Kraken's Fall, which is where the ferryman died. It's one of the two locations. So, could we perhaps be going grave digging once again? The next thing we see here is the Pirate Lord holding what appears to be the mysterious relic that we saw in the orb streams all the way back in December, the Veil of the Ancients. This is also available in a firework and it looks really cool. Not much to say here other than the Pirate Lord on our ship, and good to see him getting involved with everything as well, as we haven't seen an appearance from him in a while. Here's a footage from the 2022 preview event, another bit of Legend of the Veil, and we can see a character, your character, placing a veil stone into the Veil of the Ancients. It creating some cool particles, VFX, and then the Pirate Lord appearing on your boat. So it looks like this whole idea will be fairly linear, of the Pirate Lord appearing as and when you've completed certain parts of the adventure, of course then leading up to the final battle. Interesting. Obviously this isn't confirmed, but, you know, we'll have to see. The next thing we see are more footage of Shipwreck Graveyards. From this angle, these look insane. There are so many shipwrecks we can see, and it looks like a bottomless abyss, everything I could ever want. We then see more footage of Haunted Islands. Again, all this is from the 2022 preview event, all this little segment, and we can see that we are indeed using the Ferryman's Lantern, approaching a memory. Now that does wrap up all the footage we have of the Legend of the Veil voyage. But anyways, let me know what you think of all this down in the comments below. It is indeed a very exciting time for Sea of Thieves, as we are literally getting the first ever piece of proper Pirate Legend exclusive content. Sure, we have the usual Athena voyages, but they're not really proper content. I can't wait to see the rewards from these, if there are any gameplay mechanics that might become exclusive to Pirate Legends, such as maybe a waterfall. That's being extremely optimistic, but if we could sail a ship out of a waterfall like they originally planned, that would be insane, but I doubt that will happen. Anyways, as I said, that does bring us to the end of the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like, it helps out a ton, and subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest Sea of Thieves news as and when it comes out, as tomorrow I'll be making a video as soon as the video of Legend of Vale comes out, analysing it and discussing it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you later.